Hello, 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 hello. Sorry, I had to quickly take care of something. Wow. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, to start this few minutes earlier, about a minute earlier, because of the lag we experienced last week from our network provider. So, let's just share this very quickly. If you are joining for the first time, do well to subscribe to the channel. If you are a returning viewer, do well to share with people in your community. Let them all join in. Let them all join in. Let's let's all inspire ourselves to do better, to fulfill purpose. Like we all know, it's all about purpose and financing here. How do I fulfill purpose and how do I make sure I become financially free while doing whatever it is that I am doing? Because if I
It's
make
11 o'clock.
because if I fulfill purpose and I don't have enough money, I will get frustrated when the demands of finances start coming my way. And if I have all the money in the world and I'm not fulfilled in terms of purpose, I would also get depressed because I would not have not fully utilized to the best of my capabilities all that was deposited in me by God Himself. So, in a bid to balance the place of purpose and the place of finance, Kate Inspires was bettered. If you would, a minute, please. Yes, okay, so sorry about that. So officially welcome to the channel. It's Kids Inspires, it's Adekuna Adewumi right here. Like we all know, my job is to make sure that every member of this community is inspired to fulfill greatness, to become successful at what they are doing, but above all, to make sure that whatever it is they are doing is in line with the purpose for which they were created. And as they go on a daily basis to fulfill that purpose, also making sure that we all become financially free. We have enough of financial resources in our at our disposal that can make us meet the needs we need to meet with, build things that are tangible and viable that we can also pass down to generations after us, that at the end of it we know that we are fulfilled, we are in our mind, we know that yes, we've given it our best shot. This one life we have, we made good use of the opportunity, and we also have resources to show for it with good works, which is the impact we have to show for it. So welcome today. It's If you are joining for the first time, please do well to subscribe to the channel. We'd love to see more of you. And if you are returning to the channel as a regular viewer or listener, please do well to share this to other people in your circle. Let us build the community together. Do well to also like and drop your comments so the algorithm can get it connect, get the message to reach out to more people. So, like we started last week, we started and in the last series we started talking about the mind. The mind, that was the last time we discussed about, and then we started by giving just some basic introduction to how important the mind of a man is to fulfilling the purpose for which it was created and also becoming financially free. And we were particularly about the word theme that we can find in mind, and we said if your mind is dim to all opportunities that comes your way, it becomes very difficult for you to maximize those opportunities, because if you cannot see it, then you cannot make use of it. So if your mind doesn't see the good in opportunities, doesn't see the possibilities that come with opportunities, then that mind will be it will find it to be very difficult for such a being to accept those opportunities, embrace them, make good use of them, and use them to use our own advantage. So today we just continue from where we stopped the last time, which is the part two of the mind. And then one word I found interesting about the mind is the word mid, MID, mid. And it occurred to me that more often than not, it's the mind that determines if a man will move beyond the average level of life or stay below it. There's really no middle ground. It's either you are fulfilled or you are not fulfilled. It is either you are poor or you are rich. It is either you have financial resources or you don't have. It is either you can meet with your needs or you cannot meet with those needs. It is either you are doing something actively impacting life positively or you are not. So there are really no middle grounds. So the a very important tool, the guy that settles it, that separates those who are on this side from those who are on this side, is actually the mind. The mind determines if you will go beyond the mid level or you stay below it. You know, thousands, millions of people, over 90% of humans live below the mid level. They just do the normal day to day things, just mouth to hand to mouth kind of living. They are not really satisfied. They know there is more inside of them that they can get done, but they are just living below the mid level of life. They are just trying to struggle through life, just trying to get things done one way or the other, just moving here and there, just a couple of things. But there are those who make sure they don't stay here. They find their way to this point and make this become their base from which they begin to operate from. So it is that you are operating from this point being your base, or you are operating from this point being your limit. So the mid ground is determined by your mind. Your mind takes up the project. Does he want to stay below the mid ground or above it? Do I want to stay at the down bungalow or do I want to go beyond it? Will this middle point, will it be my limitation or will it be my own starting point? Will I find my way out of this, break out of this, then get started from here? Or will I do what over 90% of humans do? Get here and then start getting relaxed. What's the thing you do when you get here? Most people don't even get here. They start the journey way below and then they struggle. And amongst the 90%, some get here. Well, what most people do when they get here is, they are just on a job, they're just doing a small business, they are just making some little cash. Probably they have a car, maybe they struggle to build a 2 bedroom, a 3 bedroom, or struggle to afford one that they can pay for over the next 20, 30 years. That they don't miss their rent, they just can't get that sorted. They have two, three kids or three, four kids, and we're all in an average private school and then just pushing them through life. They work this month, they pay fee, they work, they pay. They just keep going like that. That's the mid-level lifestyle. That's the mid-level human. You are not really giving anything spectacular to the world. You are not really contributing any special quota to the world. What you are doing, 1,001 persons can do it. The job you are on, there's nothing about that job that makes you unique. There's nothing about how you do it that makes it difficult for just anybody to fit into the job. That's the mid level. That's living below the mid level. But for those who make sure they come up and start their life above the mid level, and those who more often than not you hear their names for the things they do or for the financial resources they've been able to accumulate to themselves. Now, I'm not talking about people who through greed, through illegal means made money. No, I'm talking about people who genuinely made finan- accumulated financial resources through their knowledge, through their impact, through the value they are contributing to the world, through the purpose they are satisfying. Financial resources start coming there. These are the type of people I'm talking about. So you want to be sure, is my mind set in such a way that I am always satisfied with things below this mid level, or I'm just the type that cannot just get satisfied. I can't just imagine waking up, brush, bathe, get to the activities of the day, and I'm done, and then I'm just there, and then I sleep, I watch, probably surf the internet, watch a football match, see a movie, and eat again and sleep, and I'm up the next day. Is this just more like a routine with no necessary impacts? Last year I was this way, 2 years ago this was my routine, 5 years ago this is my routine. The way it is going, 5 years from now this will still be my routine. You are living below the mid level. Your mind is already getting satisfied with this. You are already getting okay with it. Maybe it's not just too bad. Maybe it's not a bad idea to just be satisfied with what I have. No, no, no. You can't be satisfied living a same lifestyle day in, day out for the next decade, next 5 years, next 10, 20 years. You are not doing. Those who wants to live above the mid level, they challenge themselves. They are trying to discover what else is in me that I've not made use of. They are trying to harness new talent. They are trying to tap into new giftings. They are trying to explore new opportunities. They are trying to advance to get more better improved in whatever it is they are doing. They are trying to create something unique. They are trying to design something. They are trying to contribute more to the world. Those are people who are living above the mid level. Those are people that no matter what they have, like financial resources, they are not just satisfied. Not because they want more money to do anything, but because they want to just contribute more value to humanity. And because of that, humanity, the world entirely keeps pushing financial resources to their ends. It's just like producers. Have you ever wondered why do producers of phones do almost every year they create something new? Why? Because those who are driving most of those companies are people who cannot afford to live below the mid level. The truth is, 20 years from past, 20 years behind, so from 20 years ago, if the type of technology that was involved then, nobody thought of improving it to what we have now. We all will still be using the same type of phone they had then, the same type of whatever it is they had then. But some guys wake up and say, there's a way this thing can be better done. There's a way this drone can be better flown. There's a way this handset can have beyond buttons. Can't we create a phone that does not have a buttons at all and people can just press? Those are people whose mind are above the mid level. They can't just settle for what is normal. They can't just settle for less. If your lifestyle, if your mind doesn't push you to always want more, your mind is one that is settling for less, is settling for what is below, is okay with, okay, I think I have enough. I think with this that I have, I can get going for the next 5, 10 years. I think if I spend wisely, I live a average life. I don't. No, no, no. That can be your standard. If you are in this particular circle, if you are in this particular gathering, your mind must be a working mind, a mind that is thinking, how else can I do this? What else can I add to this? How better can this be done? See, your mind must, you must not allow your mind to rest. You must not allow your mind tell you this you cannot do, this you cannot afford, this you cannot get done, this is beyond your limits. No, you challenge your mind on a daily basis. You were able to think this through yesterday. What new thing can you offer to me today? How best can we work on that was done yesterday so that tomorrow we have something better to offer? Your mind must create new ways, imaginative thoughts that you've not seen, but they are right there in your head. You can figure them out, and you are desperately looking for ways to convert those imaginations, those thoughts into reality. Then your mind begins to work. But if you are okay with, okay, I think I like the design of what I'm saying, I'll just do a replica of that design. Okay, I like the way they okay, well, I think the person before me, my predecessor already did a good job. I think we can work with this standard. Your mind is living below the mid level. And those who can get things done, those who will get things done, those who will fulfill fantastic purposes, those who will become financially free in such a way that the next generation can benefit from their wealth, are those who can disrupt, those whose mind will not just settle for what it can see. The mind wants to see something bigger. The mind wants to explore better opportunities. The mind wants to take bigger risks. The mind wants to walk into a great, in fact, new realms. See, fintech companies are everywhere. Few years from now, few years back, it was difficult to get some of these stocks and shares and all online. But now, even from your mobile device, you could get as much stocks or shares of a company that you want without even knowing the company, without moving from one place to another, because some people's minds are working. How well will you allow your mind get to work? Are you charging your mind to get results, to fulfill purpose, to do something extraordinary, to do something fantastically super? Or will you just accept and allow your mind be settled to what is norm and get going that way? If you cannot challenge your mind to move below this mid level and find its way up here, your lifestyle, your purpose, your financial resources will stay here. But if you are desperate to have a taste of what is here or enjoy what is up here, then you must begin first with your mind. This level is possible. This will be only a base for me, not my limitation. Once your mind can be tweaked in that direction, then you can get started. It begins to show you different things, different ways to come out of here. It might be that you will break it out, it might be that you go through it, might be that somebody from up here will now look at you and lift you up, whatever it is. But before that comes, your mind first must be tweaked in such a way that no, this space is not mine. This space, this is a confinement for me. I need to get out, better explore and do more things. My life can be much more better if I can get this and this added to whatever it is I'm doing. If I can explore this new side of my business that I have not been doing before. If I can dare step into this realm that I feel few years from now I'll be doing much more better than what I'm doing right now. That is when your mind begins to work. So I need to begin to challenge your mind and make sure that you live above the mid level. The mid level has not made anybody a billionaire. The mid level has not put anybody in the world record. The mid level has never made any great athlete. Anyone who does anything fantastically great is someone who finds his or her way from this point and make this place becomes his or her starting point. Whatever is the best that has been achieved so far, that is where the person is aiming for to be the starting point. Then from there, start going until that becomes your mind, until that becomes you, until that becomes what you desperately think of on a daily basis. Then you cannot achieve anything fantastically great, and you cannot do something that makes your lifestyle, your life in itself unique and a different and a great contribution to the world at large. So till I come your way again, I need you to begin to exercise your mind, begin to break the limits, the yoke, the whatever it is that is keeping you within that mid level, and begin to find your way above the mid level, because that is where life in itself really begins. So I need to stay financially sharp, stay in the financial game, remain financially strong. Remember, a generation is counting on you and you cannot afford to fail them. So if you are here to like or comment on this, please, I need you to do so right now. And I also appreciate if you can subscribe and also share this across all social media platforms. So together we can build a community of people who are truly inspired to fulfill purpose and also become financially free. Till I come your way again, I remain Adekun Adeomi, popularly known as Kate. Bye.